My name is Matt.
I'm Adam.
We're from Taking Back Sunday, and we are enjoying the Warped Tour, and we hope you do too. We've been on it since the very first day. We will finish it to the very last day. It's been great. Our new record came out while we were on the tour, so it was. There's been a lot going on for us, but it's been a great way to sort of keep your feet on the ground while stuff like that is happening, because we had our record come out and still had to just keep playing the Warped Tour. So the shows have been amazing. People have been supporting us, getting down with the new music, and we're having a great summer.
Okay. So what do you guys do, like, whenever you're when you're not performing, when you're just, what do you do for fun, like,
We started, it sort of dwindled a little bit, but we started the Warped Tour Kickball League.
Nice.
Our team, Taking Back Thursday, which is obviously a combination of the two bands. We played one really good game a couple of weeks ago against Story of the Yellow Card. Combination of those two guys. We kicked the living hell out of them. And we pretty much issue a constant, consistent challenge to any kickball team that there is, that you can't really mess with Take It Back Thursday.
Right.
So we played
because we got Tucker.
Yeah, we got Tucker. I mean, we have like it's New York and New Jersey like this. It's impossible. You can't do anything against us.
I hear they produce for your kickball players too.
Yeah, they do. They got some legs on there, and don't let skinny little Jeff Wrigley fool you. He knows what he's doing out there.
He's real good.
So yeah, we do that. I mean,
he's damn good.
I've been exercising a lot because it just keeps your mind intact. As you can tell, like, I'm huge, you know. So I don't get to put the weights down very often. But yeah, no, just normal stuff, man. Enjoying the sunshine, hanging out, watching other bands play. When we can leave the site, you know, when we can get away from the Warped Tour, which after 30 some odd days, yeah, go see a movie, chill out, go maybe try to have a swim somewhere. Just stuff to keep yourself sane, you know, not breathing in bus fumes all day long, which we love, but you know, we need a break from it.
Who are your favorite bands on this tour?
All of them.
Yeah.
you're friends with everybody?
I mean, it's over the course of the summer, man. It's funny, you realize how many guys you meet and befriend, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I know a handful of bands on the tour, and then there's I probably don't know personally, like, more of the guys, but
Ed knows everybody.
Ed knows everyone.
He's the mayor.
Ed's the mayor of the Warped Tour. But I really liked hanging out with Thursday. I finally got to meet those guys and sort of spend time with them, and I really like them. I like watching Atmosphere. I think Coheed is great. The Yellow Card guys are great. Story of the Year is real bunch of nice guys, real sort of down to earth, chill guys, and you know, it's been a fun summer. I wouldn't change anything except maybe a little less hot in Florida and a little more toilets around. That'd be how I'd change it, make it a little nicer.
We want to know, like, what are your biggest influences when writing your music? Who'd you guys, like, look up to whenever you're coming up in the music business?
I think the five of us, like, as members of the same band, have really different taste. I think that's kind of where some of our sound, at least the sound of the new record, comes from. We do listen to a lot of the same stuff, but I think when we go home and listen to music, we're all pretty much in different worlds. I think that's a good thing. I was listening to a lot of, when we were making the record, what was I listening to? I was listening to, like, Fugazi and a lot of Jimmy Eat World, because I really like the Jimmy Eat World guitar sounds and the rhythm section sounds. But I mean, we were listening to Michael Jackson and all kinds of weird stuff at the same time. So I don't know if our influences maybe are literally translate through our music, you know. Adam likes ballet.
I got that vibe.
So take
Was it the cuddling, perhaps?
Yeah.
We're good at that.
I mean, the guys that came into the band are masters of their instruments and things, and I think it made us pay more attention to what we were doing, like playing or singing, like, to whereas before we just kind of, you know, did whatever. You know, I think we've grown up a lot. You know, like, we've been through a lot, we've seen a lot, met a lot of people, just a lot, you know.
Been a busy year. even the 1 year that a little more than a year that I've been in the band, it's been like, it feels like 5 years, and that is not just like me saying that. We've spent maybe a couple of weeks home. The rest of it's been on tour, making the record, writing the record. So it's been the amount that my life has changed, or that I've grown alone, besides these guys having to sustain that and everything. It's been an intense year.
Man, what do you feel is the greatest accomplishment you guys have made as a band this year?
Oh, the past week, or the record, really, like record period. But we've crossed lines that we never thought we would cross just in the past week. Like it's incredible, and we're all like, we just kind of sit around and look at each other because we don't know what to say about it. You know, like it's just awesome.
I agree with Adam. I think the record, and then I think more broadly just the fact that we're still doing it. You know what I mean? Like we've been saying so much lately, like the real mark of success in music isn't like if you're on friggin' Cribs or something. It's like if you're still doing it. You know, because there's dudes that have been on Cribs that are nowhere right now. So just to use that as an example of like, you know, mainstream stardom, like it's if you're still doing it. If we're still doing this in 10 years or 5 years, that's success. You know, it's overwhelming. It's difficult enough to get yourself to be, you know, recognized by people or your audience, let alone to do it over time. You know, bands like Aerosmith and like the Stones who've been doing it for 30 years, like that's crazy. It's overwhelming. It's madness. So if we can do this for however long we can do this, will be that's the real goal, the real success. I feel like.
One of your house is gonna be on Cribs.
Dude, you're gonna laugh. You come to my house.
Man.
We live in shitty apartments in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's like this big.
Yeah, my room is
It's real dirty.
My room is 1/3 this size, maybe.
Yeah,
7 by 9. It's a tiny little boy.
I would say mine's this long, but it's about like half as wide.
Yeah. I don't think Cribs is so cool when you have roommates either.
Yeah.
My roommates are cool, but they're not that cool.
Yeah, like we're just some little, I don't know, hardcore band from New York that, like, you know, like we hoped it went well, but I mean, all like the things where we're like, man, it'd be crazy if we could do this or this, like, I mean, like we're doing, or I feel like we're fortunate enough to be doing stuff that's cooler than what we first set out to do. Well, Ed's on the front, like the little baby is our guitar player, Eddie, the little one. And yeah, like I don't really know, like we've just figured, like, since, you know, bringing in 2 new members and things, that we needed to kind of like just have something that resembled a little bit of that, you know.
I noticed on the back there's a side A and a side B.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration for that?
Vinyl, I love vinyl, or we love vinyl. So
kind of listens like that too, like the way we broke up the record into 2 halves. If it were a sentence like a Spinal Tap moment, if it were a record, you were going to flip it, that's where you would flip it. But like, but seriously, we were sitting around and we were like, you know, we should put this song here, and then that's the break in the bunch of songs that we wrote. So yeah, it's a very Spinal Tap moment.
totally.
You can't flip it because it's a compact disc. You were. But I think the artwork too is just kind of made. It's a naked baby at the beginning of a seemingly endless road. It's open to interpretation, but it's also it's rather literal. You know, I would say it's kind of that's where we feel like we're at.
Like the naked baby at the end of that never ending.
I'm definitely the bum. I'm definitely the booty.
I'm probably the arm.
The hand, maybe even.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just seemed right when we all saw it. We all just sort of. It's hard for the 5 of us to agree on anything, often. And when we saw that, just like, there it is. That's what we're gonna do. So.
Before we were on a label, we spent we spent a lot of time like at Kinko's and touring in a minivan, and yeah, I think it's just gotten a lot easier because we have like, I don't know, like a conduit. Would that be the right word? Thank you. learned it in Donnie Darko.
Nice.
Well, I mean, I knew it before then, but
Now you know how to use it.
yeah.
A lot of bands have side projects. I was wondering if, like, fashion, books, other bands, wondering if you had any plans in that area.
Fred still does Breaking Pangea whenever he has time. He has another thing, he calls it Basic Design, which is pretty badass. And then other than that, I mean, Matt and I have like this disco, like kind of like dancey project that we do.
We haven't started it yet, but we're gonna start.
Yeah, it's gonna be badass.
It's gonna be good.
And what else have we talked about? Oh, we have a band called Mosh, M-O-S-H, M.O.S. And that's with Fred on drums. I'm playing keyboards.
We all sort of switch around. I sing.
Yeah.
That's completely the
Mark
heaviest
plays
band
guitar.
in the world.
Best band ever. Like way better than Taking Back Sunday.
Pretty much. I played in a band before I joined Taking Back Sunday called Like Yesterday that they're actually
yeah.
going to be on the fall tour playing the earliest slot on a few shows.
10 days, right?
Yeah, 7 or 8 or 10
6.
days or something.
Or 80.
And I'm going to actually play with them on that tour. I haven't played with them in a really long time, but they still play without me and stuff. They have
They're real
a bass
good.
player. Yeah, it's very different from what I think the other bands are going to be doing, but hopefully people will check it out. We'll see when we get home. Now we want to rest.
Yeah.
It takes a little while before you go, hey, look, can I come up with another project to do? We're pretty overwhelmed right now with everything we've got going on.
Is life on the world tour different than life in just your own tour?
Yeah.
Is it more stressing, or is it because you're doing it like back to back to back?
Sure.
That and there's always, you're never, ever, 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 ever not surrounded by strangers.
Right.
Yeah. So,
That'd be tough.
We were just talking about that before we came in here, actually, just a couple minutes ago, how the fall tour is going to be, what the differences are going to be like, and it's a lot more, it works well that way because it's more relaxing and you have a little bit more time and space to yourself, but you need it too because we're going to be playing twice as long a set as we would here, and it's a bigger production and stuff like that. So,
And like the fans there on your own tour are directed towards you, like they're there for you instead of here
that
they're
I would
here
say
for
is the
everyone.
thing that's consistent, is that the audience is, we're lucky. I don't know what words you would use, but like, lucky's good. We met blessed, fortunate. It sounds, I don't want it to sound the wrong way, but our audience maintains a bare minimum of going ballistic, and it's always from there, you know what I mean? Like,
That's
more to our
what
audience is that, yeah, man, and like, on our tiredest, most beat up, raining outside, no clean clothes, haven't had a good meal day, we go, for me, when I go out there and see people that are waiting to see us play and the energy that they offer up to us, it's like, headaches go away, sore backs go away, broken instruments, everything, and it's just like, it's perfect. It's always perfect when we go out there.
Well, that sounds like a compliment. Why would you say you wouldn't want to take
Because it
that
sounds like
long?
our audience is so, I don't want it to sound arrogant. I mean it in the like, I'm overwhelmed by it and I draw from it.
Appreciate that.
I would be standing still if they were standing still. I can't do what I do without them doing what they do.
Was that a tough transition for you? You made mention a minute ago about constantly being surrounded by strangers. Was that something hard for you to get used to?
oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, it's the same with like any band that tours or anything. I think that's the biggest thing with most guys is like they're just always surrounded by people they don't know that like want something, So, but like you guys.
Although you seem very nice.
Yeah.
For the video, how did you like shooting it? Your first, you've had some
Yeah, it wasn't the first.
videos before, but this is your first like large scale.
Oh no, it was the same as like Youth at the E, like same production and everything.
Yeah, it's like no more went into it, even though you see it more.
Yeah, like it was like the budget wasn't big at all, like and it wasn't some big production thing. Really, they had these cameras on little remote control cars, which was pretty gnarly. So like, but that's about the only difference. Like rather than somebody holding a camera, it was going around on a little track.
One 14-hour day produced that video.
Yeah.
One day. One very early morning and one very late night. And like Adam was
Oh,
saying,
it's so early.
those remote control cars were actually Radio Shack cars.
Really?
Like not fancy LA film stuff. Like it was like Radio Shack cars that they took the tops off of and fastened cameras to them and built tracks with plywood, and that was that. So yeah. Do it yourself. You can do it better. You don't need CGI and all that shit. So, thank you guys. Anyone have any other questions?
Go ahead and keep it rolling.
Bodily measurements? Anything you want to ask about? I'm gonna go eat some more chocolate.